everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In this divisional matchup, we have the first running back taking off the draft board in their respective draft class. It's Adrian Peterson going up against Eddie Lacy.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. First down, Wilson. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. From the shotgun, Wilson dancing to his left. And some room to maneuver. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
To throw is Wilson. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got the tight end, Vanette.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a
window. They're lucky they did get him down. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try to run with Rawls. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On second down, Wilson forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. On the ground, Rawls. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Thomas Rawls taking it in. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. first and 10. Here's Breeze. Here's a screen to Powell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Cliff Averill in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for New Orleans. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Bobby Wagner not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Breeze. And he'll let it flop into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop guy playing.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. First down, this is Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Thomas Rawls on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Walsh now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Shotgun now for Breeze. Caught right side at Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Breeze going to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Cassius Marsh coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's complete to Snead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Snead's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Into the red zone. It's Breeze. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Willie Snead, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he hits the former Saint, Jimmy Graham. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette. And it's second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Wilson going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Wilson. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8th. And a nice return sets him up pretty good. Here at the 30-yard line. Breeze now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. To throw, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And he is knocked down and then landed on pretty awkwardly. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of curve.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 51 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. On first down, Wilson being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Wilson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Wilson now throwing on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. So they're operating in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson steps away to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Breeze. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Snead. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Here's a screen to Powell. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Oh, no, he lost the football.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Wilson a give to Rawls. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And he's brought down. A Seahawk first down. Wilson to his big target, Graham. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Wilson going to give to Rawls. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Extra point try now for Walsh. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield, here's Breeze. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
On third down, Procise. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.